beholder anyway?
The Beholder is a foul and evil beast who came up from the underworld and destroyed all things of beauty.
Alright everybody, collecting Star Wars, scanning the toy aisle at Walmart, and I gotta tell you, I am infatuated with this upcoming Dungeons and Dragons movie. There's so much cool merchandise out right now, but this has really got my attention. These Dicelings, check it out, you can get Child, he's a beefy boy. Look at that, he's not skipping meals. You can get this green dragon, I guess that's Rakor, rock on. Oh, sorry about that, I'll pick that up. He's cool, I love the horns. And then you get some classic D&D monsters like the owlbear. And all these, of course, transform into a giant, big old D20. So you get the creature, you get the dice, you get a lot of fun. And the Beholder has always been one of my favorites ever since getting into Dungeons Dragons from the cartoon as a kid. And even finally playing with friends nowadays as I'm an adult. This is the one I'm bringing home. This is the one I'm going to review. Beholder time. Let's go. Welcome everybody to Collecting Star Wars. Well, we're back in the studio to bring you something all new to review. It's Hasbro's Dungeons & Dragons Diceling Collection, The Beholder. This guy is awesome, ripped from the pages of a classic Dungeons & Dragons role-playing game. This monster is finally brought to life in transforming dice to toy form. Can't wait to get this guy open. So let's not wait any longer. Let's open him up and have some fun. Now here's our Dungeons & Dragons Beholder Diceling out of the box and ready to rock and roll. As you can tell, it comes in its D20 form. And let's give it a shake and a roll. Roll for initiative. What do we get? Oh, we rolled an 18. That's a good start. I like this. So we'll take a close look at the details and the dice. You got the numbers on every side and this really cool filigree or text that almost reminds me of the Lord of the Rings movies with the one ring where Gandalf throws it in the fire and it shows the words that are written in the dark language on the ring that they kind of appear. So it has that kind of a one dice to rule them all kind of a feel to it. So I like that. And it's got these bumpy textured sides which represent the body of the Beholder, his scales or his warts or whatever they are, and his gross skin. And of course you get this awesome logo, the ampersand, the logo, the fire-breathing dragon or serpent that is the logo of Dungeons and Dragons. And there it is, so nicely embossed and right there in the shape. I guess that represents a 1. That's got to be a 1 because there's a 20 on here. Or am I wrong? Is it the 20? And yeah, okay, so it's the 20 because there's the 1. So yeah, so the logo is the best row you can get. So there's the 20. So that's pretty cool. Now it does come with instructions on how to change this guy up. So here's the instructions. Really simple. 6 steps that you take. 3 on the front and 3 on the back. So we kind of looked them over, but let's see if we can give it a shot live on camera for the first time. You go right here and we'll transform him and see how we do. I don't think it's going to be very hard. You start right here on the 15 where you just peel back these awesome eye stalks and there they are coming through. Uh-oh, well that snapped off, but that's okay. It's on a little ball joint and it should pop right back, no problem. So they are movable. You can twist his eye stalks around and bend them and turn them and have them in different directions. And oh, that plastic-free packaging still comes all wrapped up, so you got to tear off this paper. So let's take a second to do that, which is good. I guess it keeps from getting the paint scraped up because you've got a great look here at how cool the detail is in the sculpt. And there's a couple more steps. I think you bend these back at the 13. Let's see, it probably helps if I had fingernails to get in there. The 13 and the 18. Peel that back. There you go. Pull it back and more eye stalks. And there's 2 in there. There's a loose one and there's a sculpted one onto the panel. And then you get this awesome face. Check this guy out. This is awesome. So you push him through So his jaw kind of juts out there, and he's got a platform foot to sit on. And look at that. Look at all those gruesome bumps and the colors. Nice paintwork and those fangs, dude. Wow, man. That is cool. Is his mouth open? Let's see. That would be cool. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, you can see like the purple, sort of gross inside of his mouth, the roof of his mouth and his tongue, kind of glistening with a gloss paint. You've got these sinewy like sides of the mouth that stretch out. That's cool. Wow, dude, I like this. So here's the Beholder, fully transformed. We'll kind of get a look at him at all his sides. Really like this character. Let's see, Dungeons and Dragons, the role-playing game, debuted in 1974, and the Beholder made its debut in the 75 first expansion that was brought to the game, and I believe he's been in every single iteration of Dungeons and Dragons since. He's been in the cartoon. He's even showed up in other properties. You can find a variation of him in Big Trouble in Little China, as well as Futurama. And he really reminds me of something that would be in Star Wars, very akin to all the tentacled beasts that you find monsters in Star Wars, whether it's the Sarlacc or the Raftar or Boar Gullet, or even the Dianoga with its eye stalk. Very similar to all that. So I think even though he's outside of our normal Star Wars collecting, he fits right into the Star Wars universe. Some of the cool things, he has all these eye stalks, and according to Dungeons and Dragons, most of the eye stalks have their own individual magic power. So some might freeze you, others might burn you, some might turn you to stone, or some might be telekinetic and move you around, wound you or kill you or do all kinds of things to you. This guy is a formidable foe, and he's an awesome monster character in the story of Dungeons and Dragons. And check it out, even his eye is a triangle pupil, and it's supposed to emit a cone of anti-magic. So if it shines its cone on you, it stops you from performing magic against it. So just a really rad version of a cool Dungeons and Dragons character. I like this a lot. Also, kind of reminds me of the interrogation droid from A New Hope, that floating orb. Instead of eye stalks, it had hypodermic needles that would come in and inject you. So yeah, there he is, rah, with all his teeth, all his gums, all his bumps, and all his eyes just coming right at you. Fierce and fun, a great toy. Really glad to add this to the collection, the Beholder. And that's a review of Hasbro's Dungeons & Dragons Dicelings Beholder. Check him out. Here's how he looks paired with the Black Series X-Wing Luke and Motu Origins Orko. I think he pairs well with multiple toy lines and makes for a fun display. So thank you everybody for watching. Please like, please subscribe, follow us on social media. You can find us on Twitter at StevoSaysStuff, and on Instagram, we're collecting Star Wars YouTube. You can even check out our other YouTube channel for inspirational videos, and that's called Devo with Stevo. But until next time, remember, be kind, stay strong, because you are the hero of your own story. Now, I was just wondering if maybe the Beholder can use Orko's flight stand, so that way he can kind of levitate like he's supposed to do according to the legends. So let's see if there's not really a place to, other than just sort of the right in the side of one of the open panels. And yeah, okay. It kind of gives you that illusion of floating around. Yeah, that's cool. All right, so there's an option. Put him on a little flight stand, and you get some cool little levitating Beholder displays. Yeah. It's kind of like evil Pac-Man, isn't he? Waka, 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 waka.